This is some pretty big news. It hit yesterday, and I didn't get the chance to talk about it because it, was on the feed last night after I wrapped up. But no doubt, I knew I'd have to talk about this. The UK blocks visit by pro-Palestinian US streamer Hasan Piker. Britain's government has barred pro-Palestinian American streamer Hasan Piker and his uncle from entering the country, prompting criticism from free speech advocates over what they say is a crackdown on dissent related to Israel's campaign in Gaza. It's actually not exactly true. For those that don't know, if you're American, you have this default ability to apply for a instant approved visa before you even get on the plane to head to the UK. You can just do that. Before you even travel there, you can just get everything approved. As long as you don't have any red flags in your history, any criminal action, or you're not suspicious, no weird online behavior, you can get your entrance into the UK approved. And it's super easy because you're American, and the UK and America have a very, tight-knit relationship. However, Hasan has said and done things, which we'll be getting into in a moment, that I guess the right-wing administration of the UK decided warranted removing that privilege that most Americans have just for being American when it comes to traveling to the UK. And now, like many other people do, he has to apply to enter the country basically on his phone, while he's at the airport or whatever. And it has to be it's within a certain time period. He doesn't just have this ability to weeks ahead of time get his stuff approved. Now it has to be done right then and there. He has to do it like everybody else does, pretty much. People were calling for this because they did it to Kanye West. Yeah, this isn't, I don't know if he's necessarily been banned. Now granted, he could be unapproved for any entrance in the future. It's just that I don't think the position is that he's outright banned. I'm not defending what they've done. I'm just pointing out a misconception and how the system works. But that's at least how I understand it. The United Kingdom's Home Office canceled travel permits belonging to Piker, 34, and Turkish-American broadcaster and attorney Cenk Uygur. This is true. They canceled their travel permits. Didn't ban them necessarily. The pair were scheduled to speak this week at the South by Southwest Technology and Business Festival, or SXSW, in London, and address the Oxford Union, a debating society at the prestigious British University. In a statement to CNN, the Home Office said it revoked Electronic Travel Authorization, or ETA, for Piker and Uygur, which permits non-UK citizens to visit the country without a visa for up to 6 months on the grounds that their presence in the UK may not be conducive, or on the grounds that their presence in the UK may not be conducive to the public good. Such decisions are based solely on an assessment of potential risk an individual may pose to UK society, the Home Office said, adding that individuals may choose to apply for a visa if they still wish to travel to the UK. You hear that? Individuals can still apply for a travel visa. It's just that his electronic travel authorization has been canceled. It's a fast pass into the country, basically, like a fast pass at an amusement park. On Sunday, Piker posted on X, God, I hate that we're calling it that the British government had revoked his visa. In a text message to CNN on Monday, Piker harshly criticized Israel and Britain, charging that free speech expression and due process in the UK are falling by the wayside at the behest of a foreign apartheid state and its expansionist interests in the Middle East. He added, "This is a real crisis of democracy." Here's the big problem with all of this. For months and months or years at this point, more moderate leftists, and when I say moderate, I don't mean politically, positionally moderate, I mean behaviorally moderate. Behaviorally moderate leftists, and even many liberals, have criticized Hasan because oftentimes he will very carelessly gas up terrorist groups. If you deny that he has done this, you're just a liar or an idiot. He does this. He does believe that designated terror groups are imperfect forms of resistance against fascism or colonialism. He has expressed this many, many times. When you say this over and over again, you attract an audience that inevitably wants to hear you go even deeper, even more balls deep on that opinion. even if it's just to trigger the people who were upset by that previous take, right? It's the natural bubblification, like trapping people in their bubble, their echo chamber of internet discourse and audience capture. Hasan has said and done many things that have been critiqued as not the kind of thing you want to be saying and doing, because there could be consequences. Like, not only is it a bad look, but it could be the kind of thing that gets you banned from the UK. Not that he's been banned, but still. Examples of this include Hasan outright celebrating designated terror groups in the UK. This was posted by Destiny, who's like the primo #1 Hasan hater, and Hasan is literally the primo #1 Destiny hater. They're absolute nemesises of each other. Nemesi. But this is a post, this screenshot is by Hasanabi Fangirl, which is that annoying clipping channel I had to block like ages ago. Like, this is Hasan's take. This is Hasan glazing the IRA for an hour and a half, and I know lefties love to be like, but the IRA is based on all that. It's like, yeah, sure, but don't be surprised if the country that designates that group a terror organization bans you from traveling there because they think you're sympathetic to terrorists. This is the warning. You can't be a mainstream political figure and simp for terror groups. There's another clip attached to this. Is this one? I don't know this clip. Is this? I don't even know this clip. What's he doing this one?
This could soon be classed as a terror gathering. The group behind the protest, Palestine Action, is set to be banned by the UK government and labelled a terrorist organisation. The decision follows this. 2 activists breaking into an Air Force base in central England, spraying red paint into military aircraft engines and damaging them with crowbars. The government says it's the latest...
No, I can't believe that. I can't believe that they did such a thing. Oh.
They are not terrorists. Vandalism isn't terrorism. Doesn't matter what your opinion on that is, by the way. Governments decide what is and isn't terrorism. When you're labeled a terrorist by the government and the government decides to ban you, that's you. He's celebrating attacks on military aircraft. And guess, by the way, Lucky Otter, guess where some of those aircraft were going to deliver aid? Ukraine. Some of those aircraft were delivering aid to Ukraine. And when informed on that, Hasan's fans don't exactly give a fuck. Because they don't like Ukraine. They're pro-Russia.
I'm so mad. British aircraft supplying munitions to an ongoing genocide. That's cool. That's fine.
Also, y'all talk like, okay, you're just trying to bait me into an argument that's gonna get the fucking FBI at my door, Lucky Otter. Terrorism is not a thought-terminating cliche, okay? Just because you've allowed it to become one, and you've allowed that phrase to be so, like... All I'm gonna say is the rebels in Star Wars are definitionally terrorists, okay? That's all I'm gonna say. Alright? Definitionally, these guys are terrorists. The government has labeled them terrorists. The people who did this is an act of terror. Hasan is glazing an act of terror, as we're about to watch. Of course he got banned from the country, for whom he glazed multiple terror actions against.
Disrupting those operations. Ooh, not good. Terrorism. Hasan, they injured an aircraft. Yet another anti-Semitic hate crime, chat. You see this? Yet another deeply anti-Semitic hate crime. These were Jewish airplanes. Okay? That's right.
Jews live in Hasan's head rent-free.
Probably thought these were Christian airplanes. They weren't. They were Jewish. So very clearly, this is an act, perhaps the most heinous act of anti-Semitism. We are all equal. Gifted 100 gifted subs. God damn. That's right.
Like, what's so obvious, by the way, one of my favorite things is Hasan's chat is full of, like, the biggest trust fund babies ever. Because who the fuck can afford to give $500 to a streamer? Jesus Christ. Oh my god. Like, can you imagine the demographic that you have to come from to be able to do that? Like, Jesus. To a streamer who's a millionaire, by the way.
You support illegal acts. Oh, that's funny.
Like, once again, it's the laughing and like, haha, lol, whenever it's, you're laughing about it now, but once again, you know, you're a streamer, people say, hey, this isn't a good look, stop celebrating acts of terror. Like, you can call out, like, you don't have to be, like, a simp for actions like this to be anti-genocide. You don't have to do this. You don't have to do things that will inevitably, like was warned, get you banned from speaking events in countries. Like, if Hasan had been able to do that event, that would have been a big deal. That was a big event that he has now been disinvited from. That was the big deal, by the way. That's the really big thing that happened here. Not Hasan being banned from the UK, because he's not. He got banned from that event that he and his uncle were going to be attending. That was a big moment, to have a big platform, a big legitimizing moment for a massive leftist streamer, and he threw that opportunity away with months and months and years of simping for acts of terror, while mainstream figures tell him, hey, don't do this is bad, and now he's crying about the consequences. Hasan does have no fucking filter. He talks like a retard. That's my point, Lucky Otter. Like, I don't support aid going to a nation that's committing genocide, but you can't cry about being banned when you go on stream and use your platform, or banned, not being let into a country, when you go on stream and use your platform to support that nation's military being attacked. These are military aircraft for Britain. Of course they banned him, dude. Yes, your actions have consequences, exactly. When will you learn that your actions have consequences? That sounded like Mickey Mouse.
Oh no. Yeah, the Jewish airplanes were doing Birthright. They were about to do Birthright, and they got and they got anti-Semitically disrupted. It's really messed up. This guy got so mad he fucking couldn't even type. This is crystal knocked, but for airplanes. If you keep talking like this, your haters might start to think you don't love Israel.
I'm starting to think you might not love
Marbles,
Jews.
thank you for the 100 gifted subs.
Jesus, another guy with $500 for the millionaire? Jesus Christ.
Paint cans of Hamas.
This is why, like, no one can ever call me a grifter, by the way. No one can ever call me a grifter. The biggest donors in my community were all, like, the big tanky types, or tanky-adjacent types, and I pushed them all away by not catering to these types, and you know, even burning the bridge with Vosh and stuff. No one can ever fucking call me a grifter. I have thrown away, like, potentially millions of dollars at this point by not throwing away my principles and aligning with people like this. I hope you guys know that.
Eliza for the Bears. Thank you for the 10 gifted.
Anyway, I don't care anymore. Yeah, I mean, like, how is he gonna whine about this, though? Like, he's not even banned, for one, and people are treating it like he is. Meanwhile, oh my god, and here's the classic. This clip, I don't even, like, dislike this clip. This is funnier than anything, but, like, bro, you can't double down on shit like this.
It's like, America deserved 9/11. God, it's just so annoying.
The United States deserved 9/11.
Okay. What else are they using?
And this is Hasan Piker.
Like, you're so exasperated by dealing with these bad faith attacks, but why do you keep giving them the ammo? Like, why does your rhetoric have to hinge so hard on America bad? Like, the West is bad. Like, like, any form of resistance is good. Like, even if it's imperfect resistance or whatever. Like, why do you have to bite the bullet and associate with these groups? And the fact is, it's probably because he gets cheered along for it by his audience, but it's not... Like, my ideal world is one in which, like, Hasan can be, like, his super radical self who hates America or whatever, but he knows how to, like, keep the mask on and be palatable to a broader audience so he can actually use his popularity to grow the left at large on, like, a social level. But he's so audience captured. I think he believes that he is making a difference, and his fans definitely believe he's making a difference, but what he doesn't realize is he's not. Like, all he's doing is polarizing everybody that's not part of his circle against the left and leftists even more. Like, I've been watching it happen, and it's insane, dude. Anyway. Yeah, my overall thoughts on this situation is Hasan should just stop whining. Like, he wanted to be, like, the big, like, strong, like, I don't give a fuck, I'm gonna support these groups, I don't care, right? And that on its own is kind of respectable almost. And if he had just taken getting banned from the UK as, like, yeah, they just can't handle me, I'm just too based for them. I don't even want to go. Like, if he had responded that way, I think I'd be making a video right now calling him based. Like, if his response to this was, sure, fine, I don't give a fuck. If your country supports genocide, I don't even want to go there. Ban me. Like, don't just cancel my visa. Ban me. I don't want to fucking go to the UK if you're gonna get mad at me for being anti-genocide. If that was his response, I would be not glazing him, but I'd be congratulating him in this video. That's the kind, like, if he wanted to be consistent. In reality, what I really want is for him not to have even said or associated himself with the ideas that got him banned in the first place. Banned, right? Because he really is delusional if he thinks this kind of behavior is helping. He really is. I need you to know it is delusional to think that kind of behavior is helping the left. But that's pretty much it.